So let's have a look at some more questions. These come from a 2014 Calc 1 university paper. So we have question 16. We are told to find the limit as x approaches 0 of x minus 2 times x minus 3. So this is a pretty simple limit. It's all just linear. It's just a product of linear functions. So this x is going to go to 0. This x is going to go to 0. You're going to get something that's approaching minus 2 times minus 3. That's going to be plus 6. And that's actually going to be the limit. So the limit here will be plus 6. This thing will head towards plus 6 as x goes towards 0. So the answer has to be C. So now let's have a look at question 17. This is a slightly harder limit. These limits really aren't too bad. Limit as x approaches 0 of x squared plus 5x plus 6 divided by x plus 2. Well, we could try factorizing the numerator and seeing if we can cancel the x plus 2. So this is the same as limit as x approaches 0. The numerator we can factorize. We can factorize it into x plus 2 times x plus 3 all over x plus 2. The x plus 2's cancel. So this whole function is approximately similar to the function x plus 3. As x approaches 0, the x is essentially just going to become 0. So this will end up being equal to 3. This function will approach 3. And so the answer is going to be B. In this case, we could check from both sides. We could have a look at what happened from both sides. So if you had 1, you would notice that, so let's let x equal 1 just quickly and use this first function. You'll notice if x equals 1, we get 1 squared plus 5 plus 6 over 1 plus 2. That's 12 on 3. 12 on 3, that's 4. And then if we look at the other side, x is minus 1. This gives us minus 1 squared minus 5 plus 6 over minus 1 plus 2. So this is 1 minus 5, which is minus 4, plus 6, which is 2, over minus 1 plus 2, which is 1. This is 2. And then if we look at half and minus half, we'll see that these essentially move in a linear fashion. They move in a linear fashion and they both head towards 3. So 3 is the answer. And this one is B. Now the last one here, question 18, we have what is this limit? Limit as x approaches minus 2 of x squared plus 5x plus 6 over x plus 2. Now, in this one, we have to be careful because the x plus 2, as x approaches minus 2, the denominator becomes minus 2 plus 2. And that's a problem. So if you put in minus 2, the denominator heads to 0. And then if you look at the numerator, if you put in minus 2, you have 4 minus 10 plus 6. That heads to 0 as well. So in this form, these actually both head towards 0. Whenever we're evaluating a limit where both numerator and denominator head towards 0, we can just use L'Hopital's rule, differentiate both numerator and denominator and evaluate the same limit. So this is equivalent to the limit as x approaches minus 2 of the derivative of the numerator is 2x plus 5 divided by the derivative of the denominator, which is 1. So now if we let x approach minus 2, we have minus 4 plus 5 on 1. That's 1 on 1. That's 1. And if you notice from the previous question, where we factorized, we cancelled an x plus 2 and we were left with an x plus 3 up the top. If we let x equal minus 2 in x plus 3, we would also get 1. Right? So the method from above would work here as well. But because of the particular form of this equation, it was very sensible for us to use L'Hopital's rule, and consequently, the answer must be